Hello, hello, my Oracle deck lovers. I have another Oracle deck for you called Oracle of Pluto. This is a 55 card exploration of the undiscovered self, written by Aubrey houdeshell, illustrated by Rose Ides, and it was published by rpstudio. $20 in the US, $26 in Canada. Oh, it looks like Running Press, runningpress.com. It was printed in China, and I purchased this deck at Barnes & Noble. The back of the deck says, get in touch with your deepest self using shadow work as your guide. Shadow work, the exploration of the darker side of oneself in the world, is a powerful tool for self-transformation and exploration. Using Plutarian archetypes and ethereal shadow puppet-inspired figures, author Aubrey houdeshell and illustrator Rose Ides guide you through this potential process of personal revolution. Inside, you'll find 55 oracle cards featuring archetypes like the crow and the tiger. Illustrated guidebook with card interpretations and sample spreads are here in this guidebook. Super cute. We've got the title, the meaning, and then a quick description there of what it all means. We've got the artist acknowledgments and whatnot, how to use the deck, introduction, and different spreads that you can use. Look at the cards. Aren't those so neat? I just love the color scheme of them. So I was like, oh, I have to get these. So the first card that we have here is Goat. Super cute. Please know that you can slow the screen down if you want or speed it up. It's up to you if you want it to go faster. You can actually add subtitles as well. And I believe that you can bring your screen in a little bit closer. I don't know if it's just on my phone or if it's actually something you can do. There's the back of the card with the scorpion on there. Super cute. All right, we've got Whitetail here. So cute. House cat. Oh, it's actually a shadow. That's super cute. Oh, they're all shadows, you guys. Look. So not only is it an oracle deck, but you can do shadows on the wall. That is so awesome. That's a win-win. Aww. All right. We've got Crab here. So cute. We've got the Hawk. Elephant. That one's a little harder to see. Oh, wait. There you go. Puppet Master. Friend. Thank you for being a friend. World. Wolf. Pigeon. Goose. Swallow. We were just talking about swallows yesterday at San Juan Capistrano when the swallows come in. Salamander. Salamander. All right, I see it. I see it. Snake. Moose. Jellyfish. Spider. Doe. Hermit crab. Hen. Giraffe. Porcupine. Penguin. Skunk. Devil. Alligator. Crow. Turkey. I'm wanting to make the sounds to these animals when I see them, but I've just been holding back. Cardinal. Oopsie. Kangaroo. Shadow person. Interesting that that's the one that fell out, right? Interesting. I'm going to leave that out. Leaving it out. Perhaps there's a shadow person around. Someone who's living in their shadow. Turtle. Maybe there's someone in the shadows watching. Let him watch. Keep smiling. Roar. Tiger. Rooster. Mallard. Aw, unicorn. Snail. Squirrel. Swan. Fox. Bear. Cub. As my dog sounds like a little bear back there snoring. Rabbit. Lion. Camel. Frog. My apologies on his snoring, but at least he's comfy and in a deep sleep, right? A tapir. Hippo. What is this one? Okapi. Eagle. Lizard. Gazelle. Griffith. All right, should we do a reading right quick? We've already got our shadow person here. Let's start with our shadow person, considering this book is to look at our shadow side of self, right? To discover our undiscovered self. So that is fitting that we are starting with that shadow person. Maybe there is a part of you that needs to come and practice being in the moment of things. Because when we're not in the moment of things, it creates a shadow of things, and we can't really live to our mind's truest potential in what it actually wants. They say that 99% of our actions are created in our subconscious. So considering that our subconscious is more of a shadow aspect of ourselves, it's really good to get in tune with that part of ourselves, right? Clear out anything that might be negative. Don't be afraid of your negativity, folks. We all have it within us. We're equal parts. Good and bad, if you want to put a label on it. Both of them work to our benefit. It just depends on which side you feed, right? If you're too much into the negative side of things, your life is going to end up being pretty negative. If you have a more positive outlook on things, your life will tend to be more positive, unless you are here for some reason that you're here in order to help others grow and evolve on some level. You may have a little bit more of what seems to be a dark path, only because you are being used in order to make people grow. And that's all right. It's something that we decided that we were going to do before we got here, perhaps. Perhaps it's a conversation that you had with your higher power on your own, saying that you want to be of service and help others. Sometimes we don't know how that's going to work out, right? We don't know which way that's going to take. All right. Oh, and there they go. I had only two go face up, so those are the ones I'm going to keep. There was one that went interesting. A card that went face down on top of my remote control that's here on the floor with me, and that was the hawk. Interesting, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and keep that here because that's important. I'm going to look that up and what the cards mean because that's important. We have turtle and we have boar. Granted, a turtle has a shell that it lives in for its protection, but it always has a home, right? Doesn't matter where it is, home can be found. Your home is within. They always say home is where the heart is. Your heart is within. That's where your home is. Your home is where your heart is. Currently, TMI, I know, I am without a home, honestly. I've been in a hotel for 2 years now. I paid my rent all through COVID. I paid my rent every day of my life. But I can't get anyone to rent me a property now for some reason. It's very upsetting to my daughter who does have seizures. And it is a trigger for her and her seizures because she's frustrated because we don't have a home. We have a hotel. I am grateful to have a hotel to be in. I am grateful that I am able to be here. But still, life is different when you don't have stability and when you don't feel safe. Life is completely different. So interestingly enough, we've got this shadow person and it is facing this turtle who has its home with it, who's protected. The turtle is safe, right? So maybe it's in our shadow thoughts that we think we're not safe when we actually are. Interesting. And then we've got the boar. It doesn't say wild boar. It just says boar. I think they get a bad rap. Honestly. A lot of times a boar will end up being a wild boar when it's feeling threatened by something. Their emotions, considering there's a ship here or a boat here with the fire in the boat, on the water. I don't know if those are octopus tentacles coming up, feeling like this boat is going to be grabbed and brought under the life raft that we have, being pulled under the emotions. In your shadow work, consider where your emotions are taking you. Are they pulling you down further, deeper down into despair? Are you reacting to things versus responding to things? You can be just a boar, and a boar in the animal sense, and respond to something, or you can be a wild boar and react to something. It's within us to choose, even if we're in an emotional state and our ship is sinking, right? There's a fire in the boat. Even though the fire can damage the boat that's there, destroy the wood that keeps us afloat, it also illuminates, right? The fire is warm. It shines. It breaks everything down to the foundation so that way you can fly again. You can rise above the situation in all things. And I say this in every video, folks. It's never too late. Every day is a new opportunity. Every moment is a new opportunity to be who you want to be and not who you are triggered to be. I am going to look up hawk if I can find it. These are not in alphabetical order, and I'm so surprised about that. Yeah, boar. It says the destroyer, self-sabotage. So you want to be mindful where your decisions are coming from. You don't want to self-sabotage yourself. Sometimes that happens when we have unhealed thoughts in our minds. Sometimes we think we don't deserve the good things in life when we really do, just because you've made some poor decisions. I do have to say that when I was younger, there was a time where I took my mom's, I got lunch money every day. It was $2. But I decided I wanted to go work in the snack bar. And part of working in the snack bar was you got a free snack. And if you worked on the lunch shift, you got a free lunch. Yes, I took the $2 for my lunch every day. I did. And I have to tell you, I felt guilty for that for years. I shoved it in my subconscious, obviously. I don't know if my mind, I'm thinking, hey, I'm getting paid. I did it. I confess. I'm sorry, Mom. She's passed. She's been gone 2 years now. She already knows. And she already forgave me for it. On that note, if you have children, please let them know they're forgiven for all the decisions and things that they decide that they're going to do in life. Please free them from the guilt that may be caused from taking the $2 every day. Please. I only did that in junior high school, but I felt guilty about it for years. Literally years. And who's to say what kind of decisions I didn't make based on that guilt? Like, really, $2 is quite the price to pay. All right, we have turtle. Patience and divine timing. I didn't even touch on that when we were talking about having a home and safety, right? So, there's that. Shadow person, the unrecognized self. This entire deck is devoted to the journey of becoming acquainted with the unrecognized self, the part of us that feels ever elusive, slipping in and out of the shadows, difficult to pin down and ever have a real conversation with. However, if the shadow person happens to pop up in your pull, you have a fleeting luck of doing just that. Your unrecognized self has arrived to have an honest conversation with you. Whatever inner work you've been doing has thrust a level of self-awareness upon you, and your shadow is ready for integration. It can be difficult to know the next steps when we reach this point in our journey. Sometimes just knowing those qualities exist can feel like enough, and maybe it is. Take this opportunity to ask this side of yourself what it wants, what it needs, where it would like to live now. How can you rectify the resistance and make peace with its demands? Remember that this is a real part of your essence. Show yourself compassion and understanding instead of shame or guilt. We all have pieces of ourselves that struggle to fit. For further reflection, read up on Jung's 12 archetypes. They exist both in light and shadows, but all 12 live within us. Which one resonates with you most profoundly right now? Have a conversation with that side of yourself. I am so glad that we went through that and read that for the shadow person, because it does add so much more depth to the reading that we had just now. I hope that there's something in there that you can relate to and take from. Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit for you. It's going to fit for somebody, and maybe even just parts or pieces, right? I'm still looking for the hawk. And that's after the crab, and I can't believe I missed it. Hawk. Intelligence, independence, adaptability, and clarity. Hawks inhabit every single continent except for Antarctica. Because of the vast diversity found in the environments they inhabit, hawks are incredibly adaptable creatures. So with that said, no matter what comes up in your shadow work or your subconscious of what it is that you're going through, adapt, right? Same thing I was talking about the boar. Choose the way you want to respond or react to something. Same thing with the turtle. Everywhere that it is, it has a home and it's protected and safe. adapt. I'm not saying to change who you are. But if somebody's coming at you and you're not comfortable with it, with the way that they're coming at you, take a minute and just breathe. Choose to respond. Adapt to the situation so you know what your decisions are. Based on the shadow person and how it said, decide where it is that you want to live. Ask the shadow person, where do you want to be? And then do that. It's going to take practice, folks. It's not going to just happen overnight. It's going to take practice. Our intuition, to trust our intuition. If you're at a point where it's just, your shadow self has just kind of overrun your life, it's going to take time to trust your intuition. But it can be done. It's going to take time to change your thought process, but it can be done. Every moment is a new opportunity. Thanks for being here. I hope it helped. Make it a great day.